Hi, UltimateOTP here. I want to apologize for how delayed this episode became. I've been dealing with some health issues involving my back, and then we ended up having a COVID scare here at the house. As always, I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you'll like and subscribe, and let's jump into it. Like how it starts like almost directly after the last episode. Almost like it's a requirement now for main characters in Star Wars to all end up in a bacta tank in some way, shape, or form. Ooh, nice parallels. Really nice parallels.
The years that made you weep.
You can't keep me here. My father is Bail Organa. He's a senator. I am a princess of Alderaan.
Attitude!
General, I'm sorry, but that's not my
I guess
wish that was
him
true.
being a general would be a widely known thing. But at the same time, did
I can't shut
they
it down.
actually
Everything
interact
runs
with
on
each
it.
other for him to
Can't
call
help
him
us to
that?
get her back. I had a wife once. I knew exactly what she was before we got married. We
So
tried
wait.
to hide it.
Was he married to a
Inquisitors
Jedi, or
found
was it
her
just someone
anyway.
force sensitive? Because I mean, technically,
So I know
Jedi
exactly
being married
what the
is
Empire
canon,
can do.
both in Legends Expanded Universe and now. I'm intrigued. That switch was too quick. They should have had like a little bit of extra defiance, I think. It was just way too quick. A couple of seconds, maybe a minute more of like a scene of showing defiance, even in this section, I think would help. It's way too quick.
Until
My teenage Star Wars loving fanfiction reading brain from years ago
Be alright.
would have been obsessed with those two. Obsessed with those two. Simply to just have Obi-Wan being linked to Mara Jade, because I was a firm believer in the fanfiction canon of Mara Jade and Obi-Wan being related. I was more online with it being Sabe, but I would totally be fine with these two. I wonder how many of these people who've watched him flip out over Leia genuinely think that she's like his kid. Not realizing that he's just really good friends with Bail Organa. Then again, I would assume that at least those individuals would have been told that Leia was, you know, the senator's daughter.
I need to find out where they are, Leia.
Okay, this is a stretch.
I think you know.
I know Leia knows things. She always seems to know
How
things.
did he die?
She's 10. Unless she magically came upon a conversation that her dad was having with some people that she wasn't supposed to hear. Why on earth would a whole set of Sith be running after Leia Organa? She knows about something that she obviously doesn't know anything about. Star Wars vehicle design is always so on point. I love it so much. Really nice contrast between scenes of the... I'm going to say rebels because I don't know what else to call them. Group being on a planet filled with lots of warm colors, reds, yellows, oranges, even some browns, some neutral browns, compared to all of this gray and black and white and really bright lights. I like the bright light contrast. It's really nice. Ooh, big fish. I would get bored too. Check on noises that didn't make sense. Oh, come on, Obi-Wan. You know you want to put it on. Like everybody else does.
I'm in.
wonder if stormtroopers get good dental. That's why they do it. You know, outside of the part of thinking the Empire is great, which is not good. This is interesting. Nice example of why
Is this a stare contest?
Luke and Leia don't have any idea what's going on with them. Lola, no!
The mortal sector. Just keep heading north.
Secret droid. Looks like a flying jellyfish. I love it. Oh, I know what's gonna happen.
Let me see some identification.
I should have hit the door. It should have hit the door. That would have been so funny. Come on, hit the door. How is she able to do that with like 3 other Empire employees here? And then they literally walked by him and they could, like, they were like, what, 15 feet away? Just, when you work for the Empire, does something happen of where you lose all spatial awareness? Like, stormtroopers, I can understand they might not be able to see anything. The Imperial officers don't have anything funky going on. So, is there something in the water to make them lose all spatial awareness? See, like I just don't get it. I don't get it. There were at least, including him, maybe 2 others. There's 1 on screen. Oh.
Nice try, princess. I hope you like pain.
I'll never tell you where they
Then
are.
it's time to make those tears real.
Let go!
This poor Leia in this, or Leia's always been in this trope, this capture trope. It's like her thing, and it just, like, it's amusing as hell that it goes back as far as her being 10 years old, but at the same time it's so sad. She always gets captured for no reason other than the fact that she's being used as a plot device, and I do not care for that sometimes. I really don't care for that. Ooh.
What is it?
I think I've just found out what they're hiding down here. This place isn't a fortress.
So, like, suspended
It's a tomb.
animation, or no? It looks like they're encased in like amber or something. Like they got the idea from the mosquito in Jurassic Park, so that they could get DNA for later on.
What are you doing to
The
me?
same thing I'd do to anyone who doesn't.
Jesus
embrace
Christ,
the
she's
Empire.
just 10 years old! That's a little excessive! God. The mental trauma Obi-Wan is going through right now. Those are lightsabers! Jeez! Oh. Oh god, that's just, look at how, that's so sad how easy that is. Those poor stormtroopers, those poor stormtroopers, it's so sad how easy that is. Just a couple of swipes. That's not armor, that's plastic. It's Star Wars grade plastic. That's not armor. All those poor stormtroopers are just cannon fodder. Like, why on earth would you join the Imperial Army to become a stormtrooper? Because I would assume by now, it's been 10 years, you know they die really quick, right? So, why would you become a stormtrooper? They either have ridiculously good dental, amazing hourly pay, or some kind of crazy life insurance severance package for when you die that goes to your family. It's the only way to explain that, because they die like that. It's so ridiculous. I love it. Secret Roy. That alarm sounds like my first car. That alarm sounds like my first car's horn. And that sounds like a whale. Oh god. See, look at that! That's just too easy!
Where are you?
She shot right through their armor! They are just cannon fodder! They're there! It's just cannon fodder! It's the only way to explain it! It's really... It's... Oh my god! Look at him! Look at him! Oh, you gotta love a stormtrooper. You gotta love a stormtrooper. Oh no. Oh. Alright, now, I understand it's all about the drama, but this would have benefited from being the second time only to see a speed run. A forced speed run through a corridor. Just like how there was one time and one time only that the force speed was shown, and it was at the very beginning of episode 1. It was never shown ever again.
This way.
Seriously. Spatial awareness! None of them! None of them have any spatial awareness! He is literally walking around in a huge coat with 4 legs. How has no one noticed this? This is just... Who thought it was a good idea to just make normal people soldiers? This is way too funny. Ooh. Nice. Gosh, I can't remember the name of that particular ship. But it looks like an early model of the same ship that would be in Empire Strikes Back during the Hoth mission. That poor droid always gets set on fire or shot. Always. Oh, nice explosion. Ooh. Oh, someone's mad. Like right there, he would have snapped her neck, letting them go. He wouldn't even thought about asking her what she was planning to do. You put a tracker on the ship. How did you have time to do that? I want this is a plot hole that they quickly tried to fix. That's the only way to explain it. Aw, that's sweet. He's her Uncle Ben. Now, they are really pushing it on why Leia would have named Kylo Ren Ben. Because there's no explanation for that. The only character at any point in time who ever called Obi-Wan Ben originally was Luke. That's why he named his kid Ben in the expanded universe. I hate it when they do stuff like that. That's such a cop-out. Now, I knew there was going to be a short episode. I'm kind of mad it was this one. Probably would have benefited a little bit better to have the short episode last week. Not in regards to, you know, everything that happened with Vader, but like certain other things could have been taken out or shortened because there was some really nice character growth for Reva here. But that's it. Like there's weird plot holes that they try to fix really, really fast. Just a whole slew of things that just don't make sense for what they were trying to go for with this episode. This episode would have benefited with maybe 5 to 10 minutes more, like the last couple. Outside of that, it was good. It was a really good episode in my opinion. It had nice pacing. It was just too short.